So welcome to the Summit on Weight Loss and Menopause. Drop the diet struggle, find yourself, and get healthy where you can thrive with confidence in midlife. I'm Jennifer Patrick, owner of Women Learning to Run, and today I've got with me Jacqueline Martin. Good morning, Jacqueline.
Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning. She is the owner and founder of Lineage Pilates. I'll give you a little bit of background about her. She used to be a professional triathlete in Canada, and more recently, she's developed a signature Pilates program where she lives in Poland. She was the first Canadian accepted into the work program taught by Jay Grimes, who is himself trained by Joe Pilates. So for those of you who do Pilates, that will mean a lot to you. She's lived in Europe, creating and implementing her proprietary program, Lineage Pilates, for training Pilates teachers. Her work has been featured in Vogue magazine. In addition, she is interested in travel, fitness, and also stays grounded with her nonprofit contribution in Africa, where she was born. Her current focus is developing functional fitness through a system of Pilates that helps women over 40 and athletes that are going through the menopause. She believes that she's benefited a lot. She says she's fitter now than she was in her 20s and 30s. So I'm gonna just open up the floor for her. But before we start, could you just tell us a little bit, because some people may not have done Pilates before. What is Pilates?
That's a great question. So that's what I asked when my first client come in. Why do you want to do Pilates? So again, Pilates is a full body integration. It connects the body to the mind with control. So it's a very unique system that brings functional alignments in your body. So you can do anything you want with your daily activities. If you want to try something new without being afraid of hurting yourself or creating injuries. It also brings back the zest of life that we all need, especially for women over 40. It brings a positive attitude, and it brings independence. And with independence, it brings confidence. And
Awesome.
As we go through menopause, as we know, with all the symptoms, that the confidence goes down and everything. So it really brings, it's a zest for life with the body, mind, with the control.
Okay.
The body, mind connection, and that creates control in everything you do in a good way.
Okay. And I always picture or always think about Pilates as lengthening, and always think of long, skinny people that are doing it. Can all women do Pilates no matter your size or shape or?
Yes, that's the thing about Pilates, and I'm kind of the avant-garde of Pilates is through my own experiences as a professional athlete, and also as I have good genes as well, but also I'm always been fit and on the skinny side. The thing is, I realized that Pilates is for everybody. And Joe even said, Pilates is for everybody, but not everybody is for Pilates, meaning the timing. Some people will start and it might be too much. They might not want it, but it's for everybody, every shape. And actually, look, talking about body shape, Marilyn Monroe is the perfect shape.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And nowadays she would be considered fat.
Yeah.
So our society has gone from Marilyn Monroe to Tweety, which I kind of fit in, but then from Tweety to Linda Hamilton in Terminator, where I actually came in the 80s and thought, oh my gosh, she's doing pull-ups in jail. I want to become just like her. And I became a bodybuilder for 3 years. But again, it was just the external body image.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I work with, women that are overweight, but it's not about the weight.
Okay.
It's about what really goes on the inside, because Pilates is 50% strength, 50% stretch with control. It starts on the inside.
Okay.
You own your work. It's not something that is telling you to do. You in control. So again, the control of coming from inside of you. It doesn't matter the shape.
Excellent. And what are some of the benefits that women could see when they were going through menopause? I mean, you've mentioned it's good for your mind and for your inside, and 50% workout. But what are some more of the benefits you could get from?
Through my own experience with menopause and working with women over 40, is it helps with depression, anxiety, restless sleeps. It makes you sleep so much better. It also brings a very positive, which changes the depression into, excitement. It brings self-confidence. So again, standing taller, which means when you stand taller, you stand in your feet, on the ground, you become more confident, more happy. It creates stamina. I mean, I haven't run for a while, and when the pool were open, I used to swim twice a week, and I could keep up with swimmers that swim 5 days a week.
Right.
Same with biking. I will go out for a bike and go on a great bike ride, and I would feel stronger. With the weight loss, again, a lot of women over 40 in menopause, there's a lot of weight gain. The thing is, I still fit actually in the clothes in my 20s and my 30s. And the thing with that is the system of Pilates helps you connect to your brain, which then connects to the food choices. So diets are imposed, diets are fad. They're imposing into what the body needs, but the body start to make choices in the food. So you will be more inclined to choose healthier food. You'll be inclined to cook more instead of going out. So it creates basically you become your own doctor. You are your own medicine. So those are huge factors in all the symptoms of menopause.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you create a commitment with fun. So society tells us to exercise 3 times a week. Well, actually this, if you commit to 5 days a week with fun and it shows the changes, it becomes, again, positive. As we know with menopause, things are becoming very depressed. So it brings your own excitement and your own fun in your daily life.
Do you need equipment, Jacqueline? Do you need any kind of equipment to do your online program?
You don't need equipment. My first is the Essential Powerhouse Online, my first online program. You only need a mat and a smile.
Okay.
And yeah, you need you. You need to commit. But again, the commitment is not about committing hard work as over 40 women with going through menopause, but also we think about our 20s and our 30s and even the 40s. We work hard 5 days a week and this and this. This is not that kind of commitment. This is commitment to your health.
Okay. And how did you get into this? Did you have a transformational time where you went from being a triathlete to strictly doing Pilates? What was your transformation?
I had 2 injuries, meniscus injury and a popliteal tear. And I thought my life was over. And I dedicated 10 years of my life to this sport that I absolutely adore, but I was only working my physicality. I had the internal drive from passion and heart, but I was not connecting this to this. Mm-hmm. So when I got hurt and I couldn't swim, bike, or run, I did everything in a pool. My swim coach at the time, I was swimming with a swim club, basically said to me, you need to start doing Pilates. And I checked another time, there was a school that I know to start Pilates on Vancouver Island in Victoria. And that's how I discovered Pilates, is because I wanted to compete again. I wanted to race, I wanted to train. So that gave me a glimpse of what this work can do. And I was due for surgery. That happened in February. And I was due for surgery in September of 2003. And I went back to my surgeon and I didn't have surgery.
You didn't need it.
And that kind of caught my attention. And that's when all, the Pilates came into my life. And my coach asked me to teach the children in a swim club Pilates. So with the course that I took to become a teacher, I started teaching the children. And the Pilates really allow, even the children as young as 6 to integrate the whole body fullness. And that's the start of my journey.
Awesome. Do you do any children teaching now? Yeah.
I teach children on Zanzibar at a private school, online. And all my clients that I teach online, most of them have children, actually not children, but grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Right, okay.
So sometimes I allow, even to have them with them during the practice. It's amazing.
Yeah, that is a good thing to do, is exercise with your children.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Because children knows actually more, because part of Pilates method is Joseph studied babies and cats.
Oh, right. Okay. Didn't realize that. That's interesting. Okay. Trying to think anything else wanted to ask you. How can women find you if they wanted, can you try it out before you get a block session, or can they?
Yes. I don't do just one session. One session is not gonna do anything. Meaning,
Okay.
It's not like a fitness class. And I taught fitness classes in the 80s. I mean, I was teaching 25 fitness classes a week. Oh my God, I killed everybody, I think. But it takes time. So what I usually do, I usually offer intensive.
Okay.
And basically with Joseph Pilates and the philosophy is, there's 10 sessions, 20 sessions, and 30 sessions. 30 sessions is when you really start to feel a transformation in your body and your mind. So they usually have an intensive of 10 sessions minimum.
Okay.
And part of the practice is, private is a must, because I need to know and see how the body moves. So you have the videos, I instruct on video, and all my women that did the videos, my online, they felt me with them, because I'm able to really connect this method through my own body, because I live it, I breathe it. I mean, I just feel it to my bones. So my instructions are very clear. And once they start to feel that, they have a chance to see me one-on-one. And that's when that's what I suggest. If you want to try, it has to be a minimum of 10 sessions.
Okay, that's good. How do you have a lot of runners that do the Pilates, and how can it benefit a runner? Would it be the same as somebody else, or?
Yes, I mean, actually athletes are the worst.
Right.
We are so disconnected. And I speak from experience. And it's the humility that comes with that too, because when I first started Pilates, when I actually first started yoga classes that my coach in a swim club offered, I came into that yoga class and I'm like, I'm going to do this. And actually, the first yoga class I ever did, I pulled my back out.
Right.
It was my own ego wanting. So it brought me such humility that when I discovered Pilates, I realized my head and my body is so disconnected. And it's the integration that most athletes need. And it's that full body, because when you run, it's the full body running, not just the feet touching the ground. So when you become integrated and really knowing your body, you will almost feel how you run. There's the learning how to run, but also feeling it. So
Yeah.
it's like learning the exercise on a mat, but then you have to feel it.
Okay.
So that transition is brought into the Pilates. So then when they run, they're going to feel more in tune with how the
With their
body is
body.
running.
Okay. Being someone that's not done a lot of Pilates, I mean, I've done exercise classes where people will teach Pilates moves. How difficult is it for like a complete beginner?
It's easy.
It's easy. Okay.
It's so easy. We have assumptions. We have expectations. And that's why when we think Pilates, we expect. But actually, when you start, I mean, for example, when I start people, I basically say, I want you to walk like an elephant, hands and knees, walk across the room, back and forth. Just that. But what if I can touch the floor? You can bend your legs. Just that. Anybody can do that. And the thing is also with the simplicity of the system, I bring the simplicity. We make it so complicated because part of the simplicity of the system is to get to know your body, get to feel your imbalances, get to feel your tightness. You need to feel enabled to change it. So when you tell an exercise, you can do it, but then you have limitation. The Pilates method creates possibilities. So anybody can do. I've had people not even able, I can go on and on and on. I've worked with so many injured, burnt, basically no limbs. And again, it's this and this.
Okay, head and heart, and anybody can do it.
Body, and it will teach you, because I'm just a guide. I guide bodies to own this method in your body. So this method is done every day. You're reaching something high up in a cupboard. You realize, well, I can't just reach with my arm. I'm going to disconnect my shoulder to the socket. I'm going to use my body. What about feeling a spring in your step when you walk? What about carrying the groceries effortless? What about driving and checking without having neck issue or, oh, my neck? What about playing with your grandchildren, keeping up with your grandchildren? So again, you work a little harder on the mat, but then it allows you to keep it with you. Not like most fitness classes or fitness things that you come in and you do fitness and then you're done in the day. This is with you. So you also create effortless, you create stamina all through the day.
Okay, it sounds wonderful. How would you integrate it with a running program? Is it something you would do how many times a week, or how?
With the running program, I would do, I would start doing Pilates, 3 to 5 days a week. And it can only even be 30 minutes.
Okay.
And it brings that cross training that people know the word, but the cross training to enhance the running. So it will become addictive. And the running will be part of the Pilates, and the Pilates will be part of the running. So it's again, you bringing the Pilates to the running. You're now bringing running to Pilates. So again, enhancing the sport is enhancing your steps.
Okay. If you could give women who are going through menopause one tip, if they were going to start doing Pilates, what would your one tip be?
Don't treat your body like a rented car.
Okay.
I have a great quote for that. It's basically, you can't trade your body in.
Okay.
So again, and we need to think about our bodies like a show and shine,
Okay.
not a rented piece of equipment.
Okay. That's awesome. Thank you. You also have a page where I can direct people that are watching the summit. Tell us a little bit about the page and what it'll do for people.
The page is about joining my free private page called Total Body Transformation for women over 40 through lineage Pilates work. And the page is my virtual studio. So every day of the week, each week, you will see, the Pilates pro tip. I have videos showing exercises. I have videos of joining me into some of my group classes online. I have history of Joseph Pilates, which is very important. Part of this practice is knowing who the founder is, knowing who Joseph Pilates was and how he created this method. And so relevant with what's going on nowadays with COVID is he created a method while he was in jail on the island of Man for 4
Okay.
years. So again, there's a lot of similarities and a lot of, with that related in the program that it brings you into the history, understanding more what this is about. And I have interviews about well-known teachers that I work with. I interview my clients. Also about myself, you get to know who I am as a person, because my page reflects who I am. I'm not different when I teach and when I don't teach, because I breathe and live this method. I bring quotes, so bring your favorite quote on a Saturday, post your favorite quotes, and it doesn't have to do with Pilates, but in some ways it relates to the practice. I have the videos that I show the exercise, and again, it's a continuity. I don't bring the advance or where you can go to, I bring where you can start.
Okay.
And it's a very proactive, so you can write comments, and I'm always within 20 minutes, I'll be replying it. I'm always with you. So instead of going to a hands-on studio, you're coming to a virtual studio, and you be part of other women, from 40 to, I have my 80-year-old woman. I have a 69-year-old woman that just is amazing. And she started April 7th. So it's a community, and it's connecting.
Okay, well, I'll definitely put that link on the page for this video and people can find you there. The only other one question I wanted to ask you is, do you teach teachers to teach this method as well? Can people find out about that on your website or on your page?
Yes, on my page as well. My website is it's now, and I'm working on redoing it, because with the private Facebook that started since COVID, basically my website is going to be next on reshaping my website. But you can reach me through my email, through my private page. And I do have a group starting next year. Also, some of my clients are wanting to become teachers, and that is the beautiful essence of with this work is, once you really embody this work, it wants you to go more. And even a teacher training, you don't have to become a teacher. It's just to learn all aspect, all the 4 elements, and the philosophy.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Well, definitely thank you for coming and telling us about Pilates. I'm definitely going to check you out when I get through this interview. So I'll come to your page and see what I can learn. But thanks, that was very, very helpful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay,
And
bye-bye.